Today on this Handbid how-to, I'm going to show you how to create a ticket item. This is referring to a admission ticket more than it is referring to like a drawing or an opportunity ticket. So let's start and get into it. So we're going to go to our items here, create new item, and we're going to go to ticket. It's going to give you a brief description of what a ticket is, and then we'll get started here. So something to preface this is anything with a red star in their box or area is a required field before you can create the item. Now you can always go back inside and edit this item information, but in order to create the item initially, everything with the little red star must be filled out. So let's call this a table for 10. Look, I already have something pre-filled there. Handbid will automatically provide an item code. However, you can make it something if you want. So let's call it makers 10. Make sure your item type is a ticket. You can either add a category if you don't have one you like, or you can select one that you've already created. So I have one for ticket here. And then price. I'm going to make this $5,000. You have a value received field. So if perhaps they've purchased the ticket and then they get something from it, you can put that here. Two things I want to pick out of these options here is backend only. That means the users will not be able to see this ticket, but you will, and you will be able to add it to people's invoices. And then event only, where they will be able to see it, but they won't be able to purchase it without talking to staff or volunteer. We also have an inventory tool. So this is really good if you only have a limit of tickets you can sell. So I can only sell 5 of these tables for 10 due to space. So people can only buy 5 of these, and once these 5 get purchased, no one can buy any more. So that's a good way to limit how many tickets are getting purchased so you don't oversell. There's also a drawing option. So if this is a drawing ticket, you can also have how many entries are included per purchase. Let's go to our description tab. This is pretty straightforward, a description here. What is the ticket getting you? You can put a display sheet, although this is not very common for tickets. So we also have fine print and redemption instructions. So fine print, you must be 21 or older, must be a resident of the state, that kind of stuff. And then redemption instructions. So if it's a VIP ticket, maybe they go to a special entrance or something like that. You can put that here, but there's another field we'll touch on later that you can also put it in. And then you have custom fields, which you can make yourself. So for example, if it's like to a sporting event, you can say what section this ticket goes to. This is going to be the most important tab in the ticket creation process. So we have these 2 boxes here, the start sale and the sell until dates. So I'm going to start the sale tomorrow and I'll end it next week. So next week on that Tuesday. So inside of this window is the only opportunity users can buy it from their end. So if you want to sell this ticket for 2 weeks, make it 2 weeks. But outside of these windows, it will not be shown to the user. A good use of this is like early bird tickets. So you would create an early bird ticket and make it a certain window, and then you would make another ticket in the general admission that starts sale right after this ends. You can limit how many purchases per transaction. This is also a really important field here. Admit people per ticket. So I'm going to say 10 because it's a table for 10. The reason that this is important is it's because it's the ticket purchaser themselves plus however many guests, so 10 people total. So if you're doing a golf foursome, you'll still do 4 because it's the ticket purchaser plus their 3 guests. Now you can add a guest status here. So if it's a VIP ticket, for example, maybe I have a VIP status, I do. But you can make it whatever you'd like if you want to segment it a little bit more. I want to tag everybody who purchases this ticket as whatever you put here. You can put some ticket instructions. So this is also where you can put, hey, park here for the special entrance, or show up at 5, don't show up at 6 for a reception. You can put that stuff here. We also have the ability to pay later. The reason I did such a large ticket in this example is because perhaps this is more of a sponsor type of ticket. It's $5,000. You don't want someone running a credit card prior to purchasing the ticket for your organization, and maybe they've sent you a check. What they can do is they can still purchase this ticket without running a credit card, and it gets put on their invoice and their guest slots get generated. And you can put any special instructions there. Please pay your check to Mary by the 14th, or whatever it might be. You can also add any discount codes here. So if you want to do a couple of discount codes like early bird, and that gets you 10% off, or if you just want to do a flat $50 off if you put this code in, you can do that here. So you can do a percentage amount or just a full integer amount. The surcharge is actually the opposite of a discount. So you can add a percentage or an amount if you wish. Something kind of cool we do is we can add custom questions. So you can ask your purchasers and guests, what would you like for dinner? What t-shirt size do you wear? So these can be open-ended questions, or you can give them a list of options to choose from. And that will just get you some guest information prior to the event. In the media tab, we can add some pictures and a video if you wish to this ticket. We're actually going to skip over the donor info tab, but that's to recognize if someone had donated this type of ticket to your auction. And we'll go to our purchases tab here. So this will start to populate when people start to buy tickets. But let's create our ticket here. And now I'm going to go in and show you where we can go and open it. So we're going to go to items. We're going to go to tickets. And we're going to go find my ticket. And it's really easy to find because it's going to be in a pending status. If your auction is already open, it will default to pending. But if everything is pending because you haven't opened your auction yet, it'll usually be at the bottom here. You can see that's my item code. You can see that it's the price I set. So let's go open it. So I'm going to click into this. I'm going to go up here to open, update. And when I refresh my screen, it's already open, but when I refresh my screen, it'll show you that it's open down here. Perfect. So that is how you create an admission ticket and open it in your auction.